everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And welcome to Supplemental Saturday and Sundays. So, Supplemental Saturday and Sundays are very similar to what we do in Wake Up Wednesdays, but we are going to be talking about all things supplemental that we do for our projects, but on the weekends. Because remember, sometimes the P in PMO stands for people. And before we can take care of our people, we need to take care of ourselves. So sometimes people ask me, "Hey, Mark, how do you keep such good energy throughout the day?" And a lot of it has to do with the things that I do on the weekend to supplement what I do as a professional, because I'm a person first. So it is the way that I start my morning off. And what I'm going to show you right here is this is a super green matcha tea with amazing grass, amazing greens, and some organic lemon and some honey. And this is absolutely delicious. This is how I start my morning every morning. So I make sure that I take care of myself and I have the energy that I need all day and all week. Now, a lot of you guys are thinking, well, Mark, I start my day off with coffee. And there's no way that I'm not going to start my day off without coffee. And I'm guilty of that as well. I was having multiple cups a day and I was drinking a lot of caffeine. And what I've realized is that caffeine is okay. Caffeine is good in maybe 8, 10, even 12 ounces. But your first cup of coffee, you don't want to have until about 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, 10 o'clock in the morning is a rough, it's a rough estimate. The good rule of thumb is when you first wake up, you don't want to drink coffee. You want to wait an hour or two to let your body naturally wake up, and then you want to have your coffee. If you're going to have 2 cups of coffee, after that first 9, 10 o'clock cup, maybe you want to have another one in the afternoon, and you certainly don't want to have it anytime close to dinner or bedtime or anything like that, because it's going to affect the way that you sleep. Now, there's a lot of different studies out there. Some people talk about how coffee's good for you. Some people talk about how coffee's bad for you. I'm not going to get into all that. I am going to say I do love coffee. And if you can drink it, if your body can tolerate it and you don't have a problem with it, I drink it black. I make sure that I have a good organic roast. I don't want the beans roasted too dark. I don't want them roasted not light enough. I like a nice medium roast, an organic blend so that there's no mold or toxins in that coffee. And that first cup I'll have once again, maybe about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But I start my day with this super green matcha green tea with these amazing greens, super blend, lemon and honey. And this is absolutely delicious. So this is the tea that I get. You can see here, I'll bring it close to the camera. This is Rishi Matcha Super Green Organic Tea. And this is what the tea satchel looks like right here. You can see that. Once you open up that tea satchel, you can put it into an 8, 10, 12-ounce glass of boiling hot water. Now, the water I use also comes from a spring and it's in a glass. I don't have a fancy water filter here, but it is in the plan to get that one day. A lot of people say that there's different traces of chemicals in the water. If someone is maybe on medication or there's different types of medications that are flushed through the water as the water gets purified, some people say that there are trace amounts of those chemicals in all kinds of medication and drugs in the water. So because of that, you want to have a really good water system that balances the pH levels and the alkalinity. To avoid all that, I don't have a fancy water system in the house. It is something I do want to get. So all of my water it comes from a glass. Once in a while, I'll buy water in plastic in bulk, but I try to drink that, and that's what I boil. Now, some of the other benefits of this amazing tea are that matcha matcha super green tea is very high in antioxidants, which is super good for your body. So what I do is I'll take the boiling water, that spring water, I'll put in this tea satchel that I showed you guys of this Rishi Matcha Super Green, and I will add this in right here. So this is Amazing Grass Green Blend Superfood. This is full of all kinds of great things. I'll read some of the different stuff off to you. So things like spirilla, chlorella, alfalfa grass, beetroot, flax seeds, pre and probiotic blends. So this is also super antioxidant, super antifungal. I will take one slice of a organic lemon. I will put one slice into there. Lemon is also very antifungal. You would think that lemon would be very acidic not very alkaline for the body, but when the lemon comes into the body, it is very alkaline. And another antifungal to make it taste a little sweeter, I will do some of this organic honey, a tablespoon or two. Now, if I can, you see here, this is the Kirkland brand. If I can, I buy things in bulk just because it just saves me time. It saves me money. I get it delivered. But there's a lot of really good honey out there. You don't have to buy it in bulk like I do at Costco. You can really get, you can get all really fancy with the honey. But what's important is that you go like this right here. It's organic and it's raw and unfiltered honey. So yeah, this is my matcha super green with the amazing grass with lemon and honey in it. And I start my day with this every day. I find that this is better for my energy levels. And then if you're going to have a cup of coffee, have a cup of coffee an hour or two later. And remember, guys, that the P in PMO sometimes stands for people. So you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of your people in your project. And for these supplemental Saturdays and Sundays, we're going to talk about all the supplemental things we do to take care of ourselves as people so that we can show up during the work week as professionals. All right, guys, I hope you appreciated this opportunity to think about how I start my morning and how I have energy and hustle harder. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.